I feel like, oh my God, I want to do this and that with my life, but I am stuck in this shitty, small, stinky city that I need to get out. Get out. Look at the material. Chicken feathers. Do you see the feathers? Do you see them? Don't try and come make fun of me for wearing chicken feathers.
Chicken feathers, the least expensive feathers that there are in the planet.
There's a reason for that. I'm staying on theme. Let's start. We're gonna talk about this movie called Surf's Up. I want to be honest with you. I remember watching this movie when I was a kid, and I remember not liking the movie. I know. Hold on.
Hold on on that.
I wasn't that much of a surfer fan, so a movie about a surfer penguin was not appealing to me. And on top of that, the year before this movie came out, Happy Feet was already out. And Happy Feet was such a good movie. It really slayed. So then they released this movie about penguins again. But this time it's just a penguin that wants to surf. I don't know. I just didn't find it appealing.
I never found you funny. I never found you entertaining. I never found you smart. I just found you annoying.
I just didn't get it at the time. You could say that. I just didn't get it. I wasn't ready for it. Because when you compare them side by side, a penguin that dances, slaying, and a penguin that wants to surf, I don't know, but for me, the dancing penguin took the win. But what happened was that the other day, I was on Netflix just looking for something to watch, and Surf's Up pops up, and it has this little message that it says, leaving soon. And I was like, well, since they're taking it away, I just might as well give it a second chance, because now that I'm grown up, that I'm an adult, maybe I see the movie in a different light, right? And I was thinking like, let me see if it's as bad as I remember it to be. And girl, are we in for a surprise. So the first scene of the movie lets you know that this movie is shot like a documentary, reality TV type of show. And we get to meet the MC of the movie, Cody. And we get a little backstory about how Cody was living his life. He's 17 with big dreams and aspirations, stuck in a city that doesn't help him grow and become the penguin that he wants to be. And on top of that, his family thinks he's insane for wanting something different. So nobody really believes in Cody. And at this point of the movie, I'm hooked. I was like, wait a minute, that's literally me. I'm literally him. I am Cody. And I'm sure that it's not only me. I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel like Cody, that feel like, oh my God, I want to do this and that with my life, but I am stuck in this shitty, small, stinky city that I need to get out because it's not helping me. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. And one of the things that is very admirable about Cody is that he doesn't let people's comments, or not people's, penguins' comments get in his head, because when he was a kid, his role model, what was his name, Z, gave him a necklace and told him something along the lines of follow your dreams or something like that. So watching the movie, you see that Cody lives in a very cold place where there's no waves. Like I said, he is in a shitty, stinky city that doesn't give him the opportunity to shine. So later on, this talent scout comes in and tells Cody like, okay, so show me what you got to see if you're worthy of me scouting that talent. But guess what? Because that Shiverpool city is so stinky and shitty, there's no waves. He cannot surf. There's literally no waves. But again, Cody comes through. He doesn't let the fact that there's no waves gets in his way. He says, I'm not letting that bird go nowhere. I'm going to get to that talent scout. And he literally jumps in the whale. That's like the big bus of the penguins. So then we get to the surf island finally. And when this scene came up, girl, I was like, man, do I know that feeling when you're finally out of your shitty hometown and you go to a big city, or just a city that you know is just gonna be good for you, a place that is going to help you mold the person that you want to become. You see all these new people, new things, new culture. And when I tell you, my eyes got teary, I am not lying, girl. I never thought in a million years that a movie about penguins that surf was gonna make my eyes teary. Like, I didn't cry, but girl, I wanted to. Just held back because I didn't want to look like a loser. Mr. Cody has an encounter with Mr. Tank. And Mr. Tank is the douchiest of all douches. I'm not sure if that's a word, but I just said it. If you want to know what type of penguin Mr. Tank is, you just need to know that he likes to pick fights with baby penguins.
I love being the center of attention because it's really where I should be. This is Jill. This is my lady Amy. Little Susie.
So they just have a little like fighty, they get catty. Mr. Tank and Cody have like a little misunderstanding and they decide like, you know what, let's just have a serve face off. And girl, when they have this serve face off, poor Cody, he doesn't serve. And at the beginning of the movie, we get that he says, oh, I'm the best surfer in my town. Girl, he was the best surfer in his town because in his town, nobody else surfed. He doesn't surf, he was just trying to surf. Because of this, he obviously loses against Mr. Tank, who is like a 10-time champion penguin surfer. And that was so sad because again, you can relate when sometimes you're just a big fish in a little pond. But at the same time, can we really judge Cody for not knowing how to surf? We can't. We can't, and let me tell you why. We cannot judge him for not knowing how to surf. Because how is he going to surf in a place where there's no waves? He had the energy, like he had that thing that he wanted to learn. And I think that's the only thing that you need. If you want to learn a new skill, that's the only thing that you need. You need to be wanting to learn. You don't need to be the best one, okay? So we cannot judge Mr. Cody. But at the same time, it was very embarrassing for him because that happened in front of all the other penguins. It was rough. The thing is that Cody gets rescued by a female penguin and then she takes him to a mysterious penguin named Geek. As soon as I heard the name Geek and we were previously introduced to Zeke, like you could have been a little bit more smooth with it. It was kind of obvious, but that's fine. Mr. Geek helps Cody from getting poisoned by a jellyfishes or like a thingy from the sea. I don't know. The thing is that Geek pees on Cody, and I don't know, but I've heard that thing that if you get stung by a jellyfish or by something from the ocean, somebody else needs to pee on you. Somebody please clear that up. Going back to Mr. Cody, he's in this secret beach with Geek and they are trying to make a surfboard. And I was thinking, this is the best thing that could have happened to Cody because he is trying to become good at something. And then he encounters somebody that is a master in that thing that he's trying to become good at. So when I watched this scene of Geek trying to teach Cody how to do the surfboard and Cody being desperate for making it and not actually listening to what Zeke was telling him, I was like, I wanted to punch Cody because it's like, bro, you clearly don't know anything about surfing. You don't know one thing and you have the master of the waves and you're not listening. That's how I was feeling. Another scene that got me very like, I don't know why this movie got me so emotional. Like, I don't understand why. But another scene that got me like thinking into like following your dreams type of energy was when Zeke was discussing how it feels like to be inside the tube. He says that it's even better than winning. And oh my God, that got me thinking into like people that do whatever it is that they do their passion. And they're not really thinking about just because this makes me money, I'm gonna do it. Or, oh, I'm just trying to win a competition here. Or, oh, I'm just trying to be famous here, this and that. People that just do what they do because they're passionate about it and because that's their craft and that's what they like to do. I feel like those people are the most admirable in my opinion. Okay, if you are a person that do what you do because you want to be famous, you want to get money, that's fine. I'm not saying there's a problem with that because in this economy, we need money, right? So I get it. If you do what you do for money, that's fine. That's just how this life works. But when I see people that just do what they do because it's what they like, regardless of anything, for me, that's amazing. I feel like everybody wants to be that way, that everybody wants to do what they want to do. But unfortunately, we don't all have that opportunity. Also, I want to talk a little bit more about Z because I've seen this archetype a few times in movies and TV shows. The archetype of somebody, or in this case, this penguin, that was the best at something. He was at the top. He was famous. He was him. He was that guy. And then suddenly, because whatever happens, they become an alcoholic. They don't want nothing to do with what they used to do. They hate themselves. They don't want the fame no more. They don't want the money. They don't care about none of that. They just seem so unhappy with their life. This archetype a lot of times confuses me, because you would think that a lot of people want to be in their spot. Like, a lot of people will want to be the number one at that one thing. Will think a lot of people will want to have that level of fame, or that level of money, or that level of respect. But they themselves don't care anymore about none of that, and they don't want nothing to do with that thing. So for me, that archetype, how does that happen? Every character that has this archetype has a reason to feel that way, but I'm just saying that I really don't get it. Anyway, when the contest, the reason why Cody was in the Surfer Island, the day of the contest arrives. Spoiler alert, this is the best part for me of the movie, is that Cody didn't even won the contest. I love that, because I feel that a lot of movies try to make the main character the best or the winners. The fact that they made Cody second place, I think it was, like, he didn't even win the contest. It was the chicken who won.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I love that, because it really teaches you that at the end of the day, he went there to win the contest, but I feel like he left with something greater, which was he got to meet Zeke again. He got to spend time with Zeke. Zeke became his sensei. He made friends, and he learned how to surf, which I think is more important than winning the contest itself. And that's the message of this movie. And it was so beautiful. It just was such a beautiful movie that, yeah, it has that corny message of follow your dreams, this and that. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. And it almost made me cry. Like, I had teary eyes. That's gonna be all for today. Recommend me some movies. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!